Alright, so, I showed you the Cars movies, so now we have A Bug's Life, Wall-E, Inside Out, and Onward. And that's my Pixar collection. It's still growing, but yeah. Both Tron movies. I still haven't seen Tron Legacy. I saw Tron. Tron is a weird movie because they thought it was going to be like as big as hit as like the original Star Wars was, and it wasn't. And it's just, you can see why when you watch it, but it's also like kind of an interesting movie to look at. But I don't love Tron. I love parts of Tron though. Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I only like this one. The rest of the sequels are pretty bad. Mary Poppins. Just watched this for the first time recently. Fun musical. I'm not like crazy about it, but I enjoyed it. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, which is, I think, maybe the worst one of the series. And then we have Dead Man Tell No Tales, which is also up there as the worst. The Princess Diary movies. Oz, the Great and Powerful, Enchanted. Cannot wait for an Enchanted sequel. Don't know what that's going to be like, but it sounds pretty interesting. Into the Woods. I respect that movie. Don't really like it. $1 Million Arm. The Jungle Book remake, which only Disney live action remake I've liked. The rest I think are pretty gosh darn terrible. The Muppets movie, Muppets 2011, Muppets Most Wanted. Chimpanzee on Blu-ray, which that's a good documentary. Crimson Wing. Frankenweenie. Hocus Pocus. This beautiful 4K steelbook. Look at that thing. Nightmare Before Christmas. We have the Santa Claus trilogy. Mickey's Once and Twice Upon a Christmas, and the weird Jim Carrey Christmas Carol movie. I don't like that much. Yeah, I'm just going to pull these all out at once. And I'm just going to... okay, this is so hard with one hand, but... yeah. Every single Marvel MCU movie ever made, so... And that does include Incredible Hulk, so I have all those. I'll be honest, not a big fan of those movies, but I have them all. So whenever a new one comes out and I feel like, hey, I need a refresher, I can pull them all out and watch them, which I never do, but I have them. New Mutants and the Wolverine. I like the Wolverine. I do not like this movie whatsoever. I cannot believe that this was a movie that came out last year. Just pretty gosh darn terrible. Lego Star Wars, The Padawan Menace, Lego Star Wars, The Freemaker Adventures, the Clone Wars movie, Rebels Seasons 1 and 2, and then now we're going down here, which is Star Wars Rebels Seasons 3 and 4, The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Solo. Actually, you know what? I own every Star Wars movie. Okay? There. That's all you need to know. I don't need to say them all by name. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to put those all back in. Alright. We have Willow, which is probably my favorite Ron Howard movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The Sixth Sense. I See Dead People. Dick Tracy. Good Morning Vietnam. Or should I say it like, Good Morning Vietnam. That's probably the best way to say it. Armageddon. I don't really like that movie that much, but it is a classic in a sense. So, 10 Things I Hate About You. There are more than 10 Things I Hate About You. That's right, you. You sick creep watching my videos. Napoleon Dynamite. The Night Museum trilogy, which is the greatest trilogy of movies ever made. Fight me. Kidding, but I enjoy them. And I love Ben Stiller. You're going to hear that a lot. Sound of Music. Jojo Rabbit. The Three Stooges movie. The Sandlot. And we have Ready or Not, which is a really fun movie that I wish more people would see. Bohemian Rhapsody. Not a very good movie, but, you know, as a Queen fan, I felt like I'd have it. And there are parts of that movie that I have fun with. Just wish it wasn't, like, so fake. Ad Astra 4K. Love Ad Astra. That was one of my favorite films of 2019. Home Alone 2 on Blu-ray, and then the 4K of Home Alone 1. This Christmas Carol, which has George C. Scott. Don't really know how to differentiate whatever version this is, but it's fun, I guess. Romancing the Stone, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Chronicle, Siege, The A-Team, 500 Days of Summer, Big. All movies that I love. Secret Life of Walter Mitty is one of my favorite movies ever made. That's probably my second favorite. I don't know. Mrs. Doubtfire. You, but they're not doubt. Mrs. Doubtfire. Robin Hood Men in Tights, We Bought a Zoo. Which, there was something I was going to say about. You know, Cameron Crowe directed this movie, which I didn't even know that. That's right, Almost Famous Cameron Crowe, that guy. Pretty interesting. And I was wondering why that movie felt better than it had any right to be. Because I could see a director taking We Bought a Zoo and, like, making some generic family trash, but it was really good. And I think that's why, because he directed it. Love, Simon, which I don't really like this movie that much. I feel like it's an overly talked about movie because of what it represents, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but like, let's not praise mediocre movies for what they represent. Like, that's dumb. Edward Scissorhands, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Castaway, The Post, Lincoln, Fight Club, Dodgeball, Batman the movie, Alita Battle Angel. You know, I didn't see this one in the theater. I kind of missed it. And I watched it at home, and it's not very good. I think a lot of people who really like it, like, probably haven't seen it since the theater. Because it feels like a movie that you'd watch in the theater and be like, wow, that's really cool. And then you watch it at home and you're like, yeah, this movie isn't that cool. Alien. I need to get the rest of Alien movies, but Alien's a masterpiece, of course. The Martian. Leave it to Ridley Scott to make a movie about one guy trapped on a planet. A movie that normies should by no means have ever watched or liked because they don't like movies like this. But yet somehow make them like it and love it. Like, no, I'm not being mean to like normies. Just normal film goers don't like movies that have slow pace to them and are about people stranded alone. Unless we're talking Castaway. The Simpsons movie, which, you know, I love this movie. Anastasia, Ice Age, Robots, Freebirds, Book of Life, Peanuts movie. We have Isle of Dogs, Missing Link. I really hope we get a Criterion of Isle of Dogs. I just feel like it needs a better edition. Spies in Disguise. I think this movie's underrated. If you have Disney Plus, you should check this one out. How to Kill a Mockingbird. What a masterpiece. Or, I always say how to, but it's To Kill a Mockingbird. That's the actual correct title. Breakfast Club. Love this movie. I didn't get the Criterion. Blues Brothers. I still have not watched this. Need to do that. Serenity. E.T. Elliot. Halloween 2018, and then we have Howard the Duck. More like Howard the... Yeah. I'll leave that to the imagination. Oblivion. Didn't really like this movie too much. It was okay. Smokey and a Bandit 3-movie collection. Which I like that set. I need to watch those movies. Never seen them, but I need to watch that and check that out. The Current War. I enjoyed that little movie there. Okay, sorry about my background being a mess at the movie over here because we are getting ready to move to the bottom of this shelf, and then we will talk about the shelf of movies behind you. Queen and Slim. This is a really underrated movie. It's actually kind of a masterpiece, honestly. King of Staten Island. That was my first Judd Apatow film that I watched, and wow, was it not a good movie to start with. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Hate that movie. Hate it. The only reason I have that movie is someone gave it to me for free. I'm usually the type of person where if I own a series of movies and I'm missing one, I'll just bite the bullet and buy it, even though I don't like it. That movie, I couldn't bring myself to do it. So thank God someone gave it to me for free. Because I would not own that movie by my own volition. Just saying. First Man. Here's Apollo 13. Sure. I actually like First Man more than Apollo 13. Not that they're the same movie or anything, but I just feel like I like that movie more. Parasite, what a masterpiece. I need to get the Criterion. Here is 1917, which I did not like that much, but there are some really cool things about it, but overall, it was just a gimmick movie. Yesterday, I watched this movie, and it was okay. Jaws, one of my favorite movies ever made, my favorite Spielberg movie ever made. Actually, do I want to say it's my favorite Spielberg movie? Nah, this is my favorite. This is the one I watched the most. And then we have the Jaws sequels. Because, I'll be honest, I love the Jaws sequels. I watch the Jaws sequels all the time, religiously. Like, I choose to put them on. Maybe that says something. Maybe there's something seriously wrong with me, but yeah. 2005 King Kong, which do not like very much, but I have it. Straight Outta Compton. I have not seen this movie yet. Need to check that out. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Last Starfighter, which never got into that one. Seabiscuit. That's my favorite Tobey Maguire movie. Actually, no, Spider-Man 2 is, but that's my second favorite. People forget Tobey Maguire was actually a pretty good actor for a while. Beautiful Mind, my second favorite Ron Howard movie. Again, my first being Willow. Get Out. Words cannot express how much I adore this film. Bridesmaids, heard great things about this. Haven't watched it. Need to do that. Harry and the Hendersons. This movie is actually surprisingly really good. I bought it on Blu-ray because I remember watching it when I was younger. Didn't really remember much about it. It was like $5, and I was filling out an Amazon order. I think I was trying to make it like $20 because that's what I had, and I put that order in, and I watched it again. I was like, actually, this movie is actually a pretty good movie. I did not realize that this movie was actually pretty good. American Graffiti. That's probably one of my favorite George Lucas movies. Steve Martin, The Jerk. Need to watch that. I haven't bought it. I bought it and watched it. Uncle Buck, which is my favorite John Candy movie. Land Before Time on Blu-ray. Because I showed you the 14 movie collection, and the thing about that collection is this is the only one on Blu-ray, so I just bought the Blu-ray. Kubo and Two Strings. I'm probably going to upgrade this to the Shout Factory Blu-ray coming out. Same thing with Coraline, because they're just better editions. They'll have more bonus features, and they'll have actual stuff from animators and things like that. Ghost of Mr. Chicken, my favorite Don Knotts movie. Casper, never really liked that movie much, but I have it. It's like $4 at Best Buy. They were like getting rid of their copies. The Holiday Inn, bought this at the Dollar Tree. Don't really like this movie that much, but it's a very, very Muppet Christmas movie. It's Muppets, so I'm a huge Muppets fan. Just know that. Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Never seen this. Can't wait to watch it during Easter. Here's the Rankin Bass kind of Christmas collection of stuff. You know, Rudolph, Frosty, all that stuff. You know, all that nonsense. I'll be honest, never been a big Rankin Bass guy, but I kind of have them. I kind of have a soft spot for them too, so I don't know. Because when I was a kid, I adored them. But then when you wake up from not being a kid, because that's how it happens, you just wake up one day and you're not a kid anymore. Like you wake up, you're like 8 one day, and the next day you wake up, you're like 40. That's how that happens. True story. Hasn't happened to me yet. I'm still 8, you know, but you realize that Rankin Bass Christmas stuff is not very good. DreamWorks Holiday Specials Blu-ray set. The Prince of Egypt, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, Over the Hedge, Shark Tale, Madagascar. This is the collection of Madagascar movies, which I think they get overly hated, the Madagascar movies. It's like, yeah, they're not very good movies, but they're also like not atrocious movies. I will forever love that Sardanicast episode where they talk about Madagascar, though. That episode, if you've not heard the Sardanicast podcast, great podcast, but that episode in particular is one of the funniest episodes of any podcast I've ever listened to. Kung Fu Panda trilogy set. How to Train Your Dragon trilogy set, which is a masterpiece. Like, these movies don't have any right to be that good. The Croods, Trolls, and Trolls World Tour, which I enjoy those movies. I know. Say what you want. Looking for Lennon. Not a very good John Lennon documentary, but John Lennon is my favorite Beatle, so I have it. Paid $1 for it. Watched it. Not going to watch it again, but I'll keep it as a John Lennon fan. Hobo with the Shotgun. I have heard amazing things about this movie. I mean, I don't know what to expect from a movie titled Hobo with the Shotgun, but I do want to watch this movie. It just has not happened yet. And then this is a German Troll Hunter movie. It's not Troll Hunters like the Netflix series. It's something different. It's a pretty good movie. Surprisingly good, actually. Gone Baby Gone. Gone Baby Gone. No Country for Old Men. One of my favorite Coen films. Love the Coen brothers. Probably my favorite's Big Lebowski. Good Will Hunting. Alright. Here, let's get this set here. And let's just pull through all these. And then I think we're just going to call today it. And then we'll do the other shelf tomorrow. A different video. Spy Kids trilogy set. Used to remember the Spy Kids movies, a kid being better than they actually are. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Yeah. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Masterpiece. Serendipity, which is also a No, I'm kidding. This actually is a pretty good movie, but Shark Boy and Lava Girl is not a masterpiece, but I don't know what you expected from a movie titled Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So, Heat, Kitchen Revolution, cooking documentary. Takes a lot to get me interested in cooking and sports. So, you know, if you get like a good documentary, I'll be interested. Conan O'Brien Can't Stop. If you're watching this, Conan, I love you, man. I know you're not, but I love you. Life Itself, Roger Ebert. True Lovers, and I'm Still Here. two Joaquin Phoenix movies I've never seen. Bought them at the Dollar Tree, and I've had them for almost a year now. It's like time I need to watch them. City of Lies, not a very good movie. I was really excited to watch this. Sat down, watched it. Pretty freaking terrible. Like, I was expecting like at least a decent movie. Nah. Spies of Warsaw, Doctor Who, Great Migrations, National Geographic, Eighth Grade, which I kind of watched this as like a blind movie. I heard good things about it, but I was like, okay, I'll check it out. We'll see. I adored this movie. It's pretty great. Minari, fantastic movie. My second favorite movie of this year, just flat out. First Cow, really enjoyed that movie. Uncut Gems, which just got announced for Criterion, so that's pretty cool. The Lighthouse, which is a masterpiece. I've seen The Lighthouse like 5 times now, so Hereditary. Still have not seen that yet. Color Out of Space. I just like H.P. Lovecraft, but honestly, this movie's not very good. VFW, which is a really fun, weird movie. Little too long, but fun. Arizona, which is my favorite comedy ever made. Actually, it's one of my favorites. I don't even know what my favorite would be, but this is one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorite dark comedy ever made. Brawl on Cell Block 99, great movie. Mandy, what an insane movie. Love Mandy. Bone Tomahawk, such a fantastic movie. And Shivers, which I do not know anything about this movie, but that artwork had me intrigued. And a little name called David Cronenberg, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Actually, no, let's keep going. Let's get a few movies off of the top of the shelf. We have Little Monsters, Opportunity Knocks, which is not that great of a movie, but it's alright. Father Like Son, Roxanne. This is not the movie based on the Police song. The Freshman with Marlon Brando. Kroll. I adore this movie. I love Kroll. I'm just saying. Mothra. Metropolis. Neo Ultra Q. Ultraman Orb and the Origin Saga, which is cool. So I'm going to put those up at the top. A couple Ultraman movies. You're the Hunter from the Future. You're the man. Love that song in that movie. Yours world, he's the man. Seriously, I love You're the Hunter from the Future. Anaconda, it's a fun, guilty pleasure movie. The Kingdom in this set is really good. Miami Vice movie, pretty stinking terrible. Stepmom, The Deep End of the Ocean. My Girl 1 and 2. Firestarter. I just watched this for the first time. Was not impressed. Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, my favorite John Carpenter movie besides Halloween. Starman, fun Kurt Russell movie. When Harry Met Sally, man, this was a masterpiece. Like, I adored this movie. I love Billy Crystal. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, fun movie. The Nutty Professor collection with Eddie Murphy, which I adore Eddie Murphy, and so that's why I have that, and those are guilty pleasures, not good movies. Brewster's Millions, really fun John Candy movie. The Explorers. The Transformers, the movie, which is the 80s Transformers movie. Dances with Wolves. Bill and Ted. I have the whole trilogy of Bill and Ted movies. Child's Play, which is the remake. I have all the other Chucky movies, but that's the remake. Chernobyl and Band of Brothers. I really enjoyed Chernobyl. Band of Brothers. I need to actually sit down and watch that. But so whenever I get to the Pacific, then I'll go from that to Band of Brothers. So we have Weekend at Bernie's, Platoon. I've never seen this movie. I heard good things though. Rocky movie collection, and then we have the Creed movies, which I adore, and then we have Sherlock Holmes, which is the Robert Downey Jr. one. I have the sequel too, The Wizard of Oz. Not crazy about The Wizard of Oz, but I do like the story behind that movie and how it came to be, and it's crazy, and I love it. But 4K looks amazing though. Nightmare on Elm Street, Full Metal Jacket, and The Town, the Terminator 6 film collection, and then Christmas collection of Elf, A Christmas Story, Polar Express, and Christmas Vacation. So that's cool. Yeah, that's kind of that shelf. So the next video, I will show you the next 4 other shelves, and then the rest of the movies too. Yeah, that'll be in the next video. But for now, I'm done for the nights. I'm done recording. That's kind of all my collections. So what did we cover? About like 12 different shelves in 2 videos. And we got about 4 or 5 more to go. So yeah, it's gonna be a while.